Hello, everybody, and welcome. Well, the NHL 24, and today we are here for the annual roster rundown at the launch of the game. It is worth noting, of course, that you are likely to see a roster update come out that updates a lot of transactional stuff before the start of the NHL season, and then after as well. And of course, that's kind of the big thing to point out about these rosters right now is the fact that there are going to be quite a few players missing, whether it be guys that have transferred over from junior to either the NHL or the AHL. Every single year this happens where it requires different paperwork, different licensing agreements for a player to jump from junior to one of those bigger leagues. So you're going to have players missing there in that regard. And of course, anybody coming over from the NCAA as well will not be there until they play an NHL regular season game. Preseason games do not count. So there is no Logan Cooley on the Arizona Coyotes, for an example. But in getting to this, I could sit here and complain for a very, very long time about a lot of these ratings. I think if you guys watch the ratings reveal videos that I put out when they were dropping like the top 50 or so players in each regard, there was quite a few questionable ratings, to say the least. And well, hey, in the future, I hope that we get that much closer to having that kind of situation where we get a little bit more of a scale, being used here. Like Liam O'Brien, he's an NHLer, but is he a 77? 3 points worse than Nick Bjugstad? I don't know about that. Of course, you have the LTIR candidates there as well. Voracek, Little, Shea Weber will be here for the defensemen as well. And worth noting, I am starting on a very bare bones first version for my custom rosters that, well, they should be out right now. There should be a video on the channel around the same time, actually, in regards to that, or at least very, very soon. So keep an eye out on the Xbox Series consoles, because again, we still do not have cross-platform roster sharing in the game. But it is worth noting that I will have a roster out that has a lot of those missing guys, the Logan Cooleys of the world, so on and so forth. It won't be my super in-depth edit. I can't work on that super in-depth edits until EA puts out that first big roster update when it comes to adding in all those missing players, because it's kind of pointless work for me to do up until that point. Worth noting here for the Boston Bruins as well. Pleasant surprise. Let's go look at it. At launch, they have their proper jerseys for this year with the 100-year anniversary celebration. I was very, very surprised to see this in the game at launch, but quite happy about it, to say the least. I've really grown to like all three of these jerseys as a Bruins fan, so those are in there by default. Of course, there'll be some other jerseys that will be added in over the next couple of weeks as well, now that the game is out. And man, what else can I mention at this point? Just throwing information at people. Obviously, I'm not going super in depth and looking at all of the attributes for every player. If people are interested in that or anything else, let me know, and we can always make another video showcasing everything that this game has to offer. Of course, it is not a revolutionary gameplay experience in terms of the overall package of the game. A lot of things are still the same. It's the way it was bound to be. I know a lot of people every year ask me, like, hey, so create a team, create a player, anything new? And the answer for this year is no, not really. Obviously, gameplay was the big focus for this year. In a general sense, you could call franchise mode gameplay. I mean, it's technically how the game plays. You get what I mean? But there aren't any new logos or anything like that this year. But they did, of course, overhaul the creation suite and stuff like that, which is a pretty nice welcome change. Of course, you guys would have seen that if you had played the tech test that came out, what was that, a month ago or so? Who knows? Time is a myth. Time is a fake construct. But yeah, there are some ratings in this game. Carolina with Svechnikov and Natchez that are maybe just a little bit high up there, just a smidge. But I'm gonna have my work cut out for me from the editing side of things. Is the fear that I have at this point in time. Shout out to 85 defensive awareness, Tony DeAngelo. LOL. Like I said, it's a tough spot to be in right now when it comes to these, but All things considered, hey, it's a new game. I'm glad there's a new game out. It'll be a fun time. At least with the launch roster, again, there might be an update. This is dated September 28th. There might be an updated roster for launch day that will actually have Connor Bedard on the proper team. For the moment, he currently finds himself on the Regina Pats, rocking an 83 overall, just to showcase what old Connor Bedard looks like at the start of this game with no gold. Which is interesting for the most highly touted first-round pick since Connor McDavid. But hey, I digress. You know, that's just, it's what they chose to do. So who can possibly disagree with it? But yeah, overall, it's kind of interesting too to see Gabriel Landeskog there when, you know, other players that are out for the year are down to 70s, and they just kind of left him in as he is. But with that, to not bore the hell out of you for the duration of this video, I will go ahead and step to the side. I'll continue to scroll through here. Again, the NHL side of things. If you guys are intrigued at seeing the ratings for any other leagues, hey, let me know. We can always make videos about that. But in the meantime, enjoy the lovely bit of information with these full rosters. And yeah, hey, keep an eye on the channel. A lot of NHL 24 content coming up very, very soon. Because of course there is. We've been here for years and we're not going anywhere. So, hey, there you go.